don't know what they.
Then they face that way.
Dear Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you that these athletes have the chance to showcase their talents. Please let us have a good game and keep both teams injury-free. And please be with everybody in their travels home tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Are we live?
Or anybody here?
Okay.
I only recognize all these little players. Like, we're not the Mavs. We're not. What is it called? FC Dallas. We're not a big sports team. I tried to apply for a position for the FC Dallas media team. They answered that, but then I answered them, and then they didn't answer back. I did. No, I'm gonna send them an email because I sent them to Eagles last week. Send them another email. Is there any questions about my application?
Southwestern Adventist and Pensacola Christian as we kick off this 2023 soccer season. Knights Athletics as they host the Eagles. Both teams playing in their season opener. Hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman, so glad to be back with you our second year together as the voice of Southwestern Adventist. Looking forward to seeing what transpires here today. This is going to be a tough test for the young Knights. Tristan Olvera really did a nice job with recruiting in the offseason, bringing in a lot of new young talent. Now, before we get into the nit and gritty with the actual game, I wanted to let you know a couple of things. It's already happened. In the test before the game, we have been buffering like crazy. That is probably going to be a constant today, folks, and I'm going to try to do what we can. We have a brand new internet setup. We have no hardwired internet at the soccer stadium. Those of you who were with us last year, you know that I am in my home studio, so I'm broadcasting the game remotely. So everything that you see, I'm also seeing. So when you're buffering, I'm buffering with you. It is what it is. We've got some kinks to work out once again, and we're just going to have to roll with this throughout this game. It's been a lot, and the folks at Southwestern Adventist have done a nice job just to get this going. We had to maneuver, and we had to change some things on the fly. This is a very early start to the season. If you were with us last year, you know the Knights didn't kick it off until after Labor Day, so we are here in the early season. So again, lower those expectations for today's broadcast. I know we got a lot of Eagles fans. There's folks in the Florida Panhandle watching. We're going to do what we can for you, y'all. That's all I can tell you. Let's meet the starting lineups now that we have that out of the way. The Knights and Eagles ready to kick it off. Looks like Southwestern Adventist going to possess first. So we'll give you the Eagles lineup, and Joseph Lewos. Starting in front of the net is Bryce Hammond. Also starting today is number 3, it's Naiwe Mugeni. Number 6 is Luke Meklis. Number 8, Chase Hawkins. Number 9, Lorenzo Gonçalves. Number 15, Giovanni Paulillo. Number 16 is Reed Rhodes. Number 17, Matthias Lee. Number 18 is Jacob Bundy. Number 22, Dakota Barchis. And number 23 is Caleb Welch. So that's the starters for the Eagles. Now for the Knights and Tristan Olvera in his second season, in front of the net, it's the freshman, Genardo Paz Ponce, getting the start. What a goalie he is, what a keeper. We're going to talk a lot about him today. He will be tested in his very first game. against this tough Eagles side. Also starting today is number 5, that's David Hernandez, one of the defenders. Also number 9 is Miles Morton. Number 11, Ray Garcia. Number 17, Daniel Reyes. Number 25 is Fernando Navarro. Number 27, Alejandro Avila. Number 31, Anthony Terrones. Number 59 is Eric Trujillo. Number 77, Dallas Fuentes. And number 88 is Dwight Hudson. We got some interesting jersey numbers for the Knights today, as a couple early chances here for Pensacola Christian in the second minute. And again, you already see the communication that Ponce is going to bring. You might, while I was yakking about the starters, have noticed that he was really directing traffic. Good test for the young man. As Fuentes with a nice forward ball to Bryce Hammond. And speaking of good keepers, here's a chance for Bryce Hammond, who only got 22 minutes in front of the net a season ago. Did not allow a goal in 4 total games played, and again, just 22 minutes. So he steps in as a junior, learning the ropes and able to now showcase what his abilities can be here in this third minute. Ball played back to him as Pensacola Christian tries to get it going out of the backfield. I mentioned at the start this is going to be a tough test for the Knights. This is a team out of the South region, which is one of the better regions in the country in terms of soccer at our level specifically. And this is a 2-time national champion Eagles side that won in 2017 and 2019. They had 4 straight trips to the national tournament from 17 to 2020. So it's a team that Joseph Lewo's, he just retools every year. Last year, a bit of a down year by their standards, 8-11, but they were 2-1 in their region. They played a lot of scholarship programs, so sometimes Knights fans, you'll know, they finished 2-10-1. A lot of those were JUCOs and other scholarship programs that the Knights played. So take some of those overall records with a bit of a grain of salt. So we're in the 4th minute right now, and it's a patient attack for Pensacola Christian. This is not a team a season ago that really lit it up offensively. They got good play out of their keepers. Nice battle here. Rhodes being bodied. Was that Hudson? And Hudson and Garcia win the ball for Southwestern Adventist. So already we're seeing some nice physicality. Turned over here, Paulilo gets it. Top of the box, Hawkins trying to play it in. Here's Gonsalves. Oh, nifty back heel, and the shot by Rhodes goes over the net. I believe it was deflected maybe by Reyes, so we're going to have our first goal kick. But that was a pretty effort. I feel like I'm probably blasting you guys with my voice, so I'm going to crank that down just a tad. We're working on audio. I got a whole new audio setup, all kinds of new things that we are ill prepared for at this point. So Chase Hawkins, 4 goals, 4 assists in his first 2 seasons with the Eagles. He takes the first corner of the year, and it goes for a goal kick. So Pensacola Christian, I guess if you're nitpicking here in minute number 5 with most of the early chances, that was the better of what we've seen so far out of either side here in the very early going. Another thing we need to talk about, it's hot. It's really, really hot, ladies and gentlemen. It has been over 100 degrees. I don't need to tell you folks in Texas that. You're probably sick of it. Currently, the temperature is 104. So, yeah, really, really hot. That's going to be interesting to see how these coaches sub throughout this game. We will have some water breaks, of course, but it's going to be interesting to see how these coaches, Southwestern Adventist last year, folks, did not have a ton of depth. A lot of depth. Again, great job recruiting by Tristan Olvera into his second year. That bench is a lot thicker than it was a season ago. So once again, Eagles showing they want to get it going out of their back line. And over on that left side is Miklas with the ball over to the far side. And again, more physicality there as Bundy tried to make something happen for the Eagles. Jacob Bundy, one of many juniors for Joseph Lewos, who didn't see a ton of action a season ago or 2 seasons ago that are going to be asked to step up here in this 2023 season. Nice ball there by Lee to win it for his side. Hawkins giving Hope a chance, but it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in now for Dwight Hudson. looking to go quickly. Fuentes, a couple bodies around him. Reyes trying to keep the attack going. Played back now to Avila. So not a bad start to this one for these young Knights. I was really curious to see how this one was going to go. Quick throw by Hudson. That's going to be played out. We're in the 7th minute. Lee with the clear. Matthias Lee, the product of Argentina. Might have some international folks watching. I know Pensacola Christian does a great job through their missionary work and also just recruiting internationally in general. That's going to be played right to Hammond as the whiff there by the Knights. So Pensacola Christian squashing that attack attempt there by the Knights. I mentioned Pensacola Christian, not a lot of offense, not a ton of offense, but they were tops, one of the tops in terms of goals allowed, just 28 goals. And if you factor in what we talked about earlier in the broadcast and how these Eagles played so many D2s, NAIAs, all those scholarship teams, that's a great number. They were 7th in the NCCAA in that category. One-on-one now, Avila. Gonsalves. Avila coming over is Rhodes. But Avila does his job. Boy, I've been impressed already. 7 minutes into this one, Alejandro Avila has really shown a lot. He's 5'9". I guess we've never met, you and I. Well, I've met some of you, but folks, I'm being told I have no audio. If you're not hearing me, I guess there's no way, but if you are hearing me, can you let me know? Folks, I'm just checking on the audio here. We have our first foul and a free kick opportunity here for Pensacola Christian. I'm being told we didn't have audio prior, and I'm hoping that we have audio now. We should have audio the whole time. I don't know. All right, I'm going to turn on the live chat. I don't like doing it, but nice header, but it comes right to Ponce, who makes his first play on the ball. So I've got the live chat on, folks, and it's not going to stay on because I don't have time to monitor that, and it's always a problem. You guys tell me right now, have you had audio the whole time? Is this the first time you're hearing me? Are you hearing me at all? If you can let me know that on the chat, I would really, really appreciate it. Meanwhile, we are in the 11th minute, and Pensacola Christian getting another stop as that ball played forward. That's the first through ball attempt that we've seen. Reyes plays it for Fuentes, but it's a bit too far forward now. Oh, thank you guys so much. All right, we have audio. I appreciate it. I said a whole lot, I feel like, in those first 7 minutes that I had to repeat myself. And I apologize. Normally, I would love to have the chat on the whole time. It's always one bad apple. But I do enjoy interacting with the audience. It gets to be a hassle to have to monitor that. So, anywho, we've got the Knights with a throw-in over on that far side. And a deep shot that goes wide to the left there here in the 12th minute. So another goal kick to come as you see Bryce Hammond communicating. I mentioned he got 22 minutes last year for the Eagles in front of the net. Bernardo Ponce is from up the road at Molina in Dallas, and he is the 5A Keeper of the Year, still reigning 5A Keeper of the Year at Molina. A 0.33 goals against average for Ponce in his senior year up at Molina. He had 3 clean sheets, and he allowed 2 goals in 17 games. What a find. Diamonds in the rough here at the small college level. Tristan Olvera, like I said, I was really impressed. I followed them on Instagram, and I didn't talk to Tristan during the week about this, but I kind of followed along, and I said, here's another one. Here's another recruit. He was just piling them up all year. He did it on the women's side, too. Remember, Tristan coaches both teams. That ball headed out by Avila. We've called his name quite a bit as most of the action has taken place on this side. So Welch is going to throw it in. Fuentes really doing all he can. Good physicality here in this one. This has been a fun game if you like a lot of tugging and pulling and scrapping, which is my favorite. None of that sissy falling on the ground whining stuff. We want man soccer here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So far, these two teams have delivered. Both teams, we talked about the heat, so substitutions, shuffling bodies in, preventing cramping, all of those things important. But remember, it's the first game for both teams, so there's going to be a lot of feeling out. The Eagles brought back a lot of kids. I've kind of run down the list and told you that a lot of them didn't see heavy action last year, save for Gonsalves, Hawkins, and a few others. So we've got a new-look Knights. We've got Pensacola Christian with some guys who have been hungry probably to prove their chances, as that chance goes well over the crossbar for a goal kick. We've got heat. We've got shuffling. We've got all kinds of stuff that factor into this very early season game. First regular season game for the Eagles, they did play an exhibition. So they've got a little more time on the field together compared to Southwestern Adventist. Knights, by the way, will have nearly 2 weeks off after today's game. Not so for the Eagles. They're going up the road to Dallas Christian on Saturday. So a nice little trip for them. Nice passing there on the 1-2. Good ball there by Lee. Rhodes trying to chase it down, and guess who's there again? Avila. Rhodes gets the battle, wins the battle, though. Mugeni tried to play it to the top of the box. It was cleared out. Still trouble, though. Still opportunity for the Eagles. Morton got it to the far side. The cross deflected out, so Ramirez on that far side is going to take this corner kick. Second corner kick of the evening for Pensacola Christian. We are, my clock didn't start. I'd say we're about 17 minutes in here. Ball into the box. That was headed by a Knights player, and that's going to roll for a throw-in on the near side this time for the Eagles. So Dallas Christian on Saturday up in Dallas for the Eagles, and then the home opener against Manhattan Christian, that'll be the following Saturday. This is a long trip, and they're going to have another long one. They're going to go to South Carolina and Georgia the weekend after the home opener. Knights get the stop. Can they get the counterattack? Trujillo looking to play it forward for Morton, and we're going to have a foul called on Morton as Lee hit the deck. So another free kick. Second foul only in the game. Both of them have been on the Knights here. Arches plays it over to Lee on the near side. Welch plays it right off Fuentes. A few players are back for the Knights. David Corrales had a goal and 2 assists last year. Juan Pablo Rodriguez, 6 goals on just 11 shots on goal last year. Very productive down the stretch, so we'll see them, I'm sure, later on. Mugeni, and the shot taken by Barchis, who was looking for a foul, and the stop is made by Ponce. Again, those of you just joining us, a little bit of buffering here and there. New internet setup at the soccer field. It's, I think it's Elon's internet. That Starlink thing is what they're using. Somebody who kind of has studied this internet stuff, and if you're into gaming or anything like that, you know that Starlink is not really meant for this kind of setup, but we're using it anyways. So far, it hasn't been too bad. We've only had a couple of tight glitches. The quality, not quite what it was last year, but so many soccer teams, especially at the small college level infrastructure, sometimes, you know, it's just not there and you got to make do. So that's what we're doing. This is the 4th or 5th time now we've seen this coming down to that back 4. Mugeni tried to body it off himself to turn on it. Really ran out of room over that far side. But Pensacola Christian getting it right back. By the way, I mentioned it at the beginning of the game. I'm calling the game remotely. Folks, if you were with us last year I was in Greenville, South Carolina. Well, I moved back home to Cleveland, Ohio. Anyway, Mugeni's folks in Parma, family in Parma, might be checking it out. I'm down the road. Fuentes plays it, and too much on that one. He was looking for Morton. Was it deflected, though? So 19th minute, and I think we're going to have our first. No, I didn't think it was deflected. This is an interesting. I think it was just Hammond wanted to talk to some people, and it goofed me up. So 0-0 still, folks. Defensive kind of game, physical kind of game here at the start of this 2023 season for both of these teams. Southwestern Adventist Knights from the Southwest region and Pensacola Christian from the South region. We've had some subs, and I'll try to tell you if the camera doesn't pan to them, I'm not going to be able to see them, but I will, as I see new numbers out on the field, try to make sure that everybody gets their name called. Got a foul. I like this. This is already nice and physical. 20th minute, and you can see it. Knights, a lot of guys who are 5'6", 5'9", 5'8", they're not backing down. Out of that back row now, Miklas played it to the far side. Good run here by Morton, chasing it down into the box. That'll be cleared by Lee. Off the back heel, but right to Reyes for the Eagles. And that's going to go out. Eagles looking for another foul call. They've let them play, though. We've talked about the physicality here in the first 20 minutes. There is Tristan Olvera about to do a full-on line change over there? There's a lot of guys getting loose all of a sudden for Tristan. Might just want to keep some guys loose over there. Another nice ball. Chasing it down, though, is Hernandez. And I think one change I'm already seeing from the Knights that we didn't have last year is speed. These guys are much quicker at getting to the ball, that back line for Tristan Olvera's side. We've talked a lot about the physical nature of today's game, and I think the speed has also improved. Navarro, as we have another little buffer situation here. This might jump forward on us, but as of now, Navarro going to take the kick. Headed back by Barchis. Battle for it at center circle. Nice little header there by Morton. The Eagles so far not giving much up defensively, which is their MO. I forgot Joseph Lewos is also from the Cleveland area. He's an East Sider, far East Sider. I think he's from Bedford. That was a beautiful ball coming all the way to the top of the box. How about that for Ponce? Living dangerous, the freshman in his first collegiate game. Brilliant keeping. And it remains 0-0. Nice physical play there by Welch for the Eagles. It's going to be a throw for the Knights. Trujillo.
Oh, they ripped his shirt.
Good run. Far side, Tarones. 23rd minute. Knights trying to get something on goal here. Played for Garcia. Garcia. Nifty little ball. It's knocked away. That was Mugeni, I believe, over there. Guessing a little bit.
Yeah, he slides a lot.
Now Welch. Knights right back on the ball, courtesy of Garcia. Avila. Hernandez, long ball, and Hammond going to win that one. He'll dive on it for extra measure. Quickly, well, actually, I was going to pull the schedule up, but Hammond went too fast for me, so I'll tell you about the streaming schedules. We'll have volleyball next up on Labor Day weekend. Knights trying to get something going, but nobody's home. Lee will let it roll back to Hammond. Try this again real quick. Nope. Well, anyways, can't bring the graphic up, but I can tell you about it. Mostly home games in September for the Knights. They're going to have 5 home, 2 on the road. And then flip that in October. They're going to be on the road 6 times. They're going to be home 1 time. So y'all will be plenty sick of me by the end of September. 6 of the first 9 games for Southwestern Adventist will be at home. They got off to that tough start last year, Southwestern Adventist, finishing 2-10-1 last season, but they were 2-3-1 in the final 6 games, and we started to see the signs of improvement. Gaiman Howard into the game, another junior for Pensacola Christian. Archis playing it to that far side. Mugeni sliding to make the play. Navarro, Fernando Navarro, over on that right back side for the Knights. It's going to go, I believe it's going to be the 3rd corner now. 2nd one on that far side. Or is it a throw? Yeah, it's just a throw. My apologies. So they go short to Mugeni. Navarro was right there again. The Eagles stay on the ball, though. Lee. Fuentes disrupts. And that's going off Pensacola Christian, I believe. That was off of Hawkins. So we're inside 20 minutes to play here in this opening half. Trujillo looks like his jersey He's got a little wardrobe malfunction going there. If you look at the back right side of his jersey, I think it's been torn. That's going to roll right to Ponce, who has looked very comfortable in his first game. Those freshmen sometimes have those big eyes, but Ponce has really lived up to it so far here today. Defense has certainly helped his cause. The Knights have played well. Patient now, taking a playbook out of the Eagles. Knights were trying to get it going out of that back row. Now Lee at center circle.
Okay.
Lee gets it back. This is what teams were doing to the Knights a season ago. It seemed like every pass, somebody was there to deflect, to disrupt, to challenge. And now here, the Knights have flipped the script, at least in the first stages of this 2023 season. It's only game one, of course. We're in the 28th minute. We got a long way to go, Mr. Broadcaster. Calm down, but it's been nice to see the effort so far. I mentioned this is a Pensacola Christian team that came in to win and win big today. That'll be a foul and possibly more Polio. The way they've reffed it, I think that's just a foul. But Trejo, my man's got the ripped jersey. He's getting knocked around. Pick on somebody else, Eagles, please. So a free kick now for the Knights, and this is a really good opportunity, one of their few via the set piece that we've had here. And it looks like Navarro will take it. Navarro is there, and Garcia is there, and it's actually Garcia who chips it into the box. I'm not sure if Hernandez got a head on that or not. 29th minute. Lee, we've called his name a couple of times. We got a little talking going on here in the opening half. Teams having some fun on a 104-degree night. And we have our first water break. Let's all take a water break. I mentioned we'll probably have a couple of those here today. Gives us a chance to bring up the schedule. So here's what's going on in most of September. We've got 2 volleyballs for you. Second, I'll be with you on the 5th. It's video only. Then Tristan Olvera's women's soccer team, who open on the road, will have their home opener September 5th against Northlake. I'll be with you for that. And then it's doubleheaders. All soccer doubleheaders. You can browse and read them yourself. So we've got a water break, and I thought I'd try to do something. Last year, I feel like you guys didn't get to know me very much, so while we have a water break, I'm going to try something. I want to show you. Let's see if I can get this to work. I'm calling this the Meepy Cam. This is the home studio. There's me right there. I'm not going to disturb you by showing you my face, but that's Meepy. That's my little kitty cat, and she's being a very good girl, just sitting on her little tower, wondering why I'm talking to myself for hours on end, as she does. So I thought I'd bring it in, and I can kind of show you. I don't want to goof up the make you guys nauseous, but here's here's the setup for the stream, and here's the actual stream itself. That's what we're looking at, you and I together. Not bad, huh? I'd show you downtown Cleveland, which is where I'm living now. I got a great view of Lake Erie. It's a really cool place, but it's dark here, Eastern Standard Time. So I can't show you that for this one, but maybe going forward. Anyways, that's the Meepy Cam, ladies and gentlemen. We'll bring Meepy in the second half, maybe during the next water break. Thoughts on this one? Talked about physicality. Speed has improved. Everything's improved for the Knights. It's been a well-played first half defensively. On the attack, that's probably going to come We've seen both teams, Pensacola Christian certainly more so with opportunities. They've had 3 corner kicks. They've had a couple set-piece chances. Knights with a couple set-piece chances as well. But for the most part, it's been a defensive kind of game. I'm surprised, honestly, that we haven't seen more bodies shuffling in and out considering the heat, but the guys look great out there. I mean, it's 104, ladies and gentlemen. That's not easy to play in. But these athletes are certainly giving it their all for us here tonight, are they not? Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Second year with Southwestern Adventist. We're planning bigger and better things for this year. Thanks to Tyler Woldridge, the athletic director, men's basketball coach, for having me back to chat with you folks all season long. Well, last year we hosted the Southwest Region Men's Tournament. That was fun to call. There was a rainstorm in the championship game. Kansas Christian, I believe, won that one. I can't recall. Another little buffer here has us held up. So far, the internet's doing pretty good, though. Boy, Fuentes, we've called his name a lot, and Lee have been battling. I've been kind of focused on those two a little bit more than maybe I should, but it's been fun to watch them go at it.
That's what you call experience.
30th minute. And a throw in here for Romero. So Eric Romero, another sub. He's a freshman. Gonsalves being wrapped up a little bit there by Avila. Eagles play it back. Now Welch over to Romero. Hawkins had a really nice ball there. Hudson challenging with Jones. And it'll be another throw here for Pensacola Christian. A little chippy by Barchis headed out. Trying to make a play to Ronez. That ball into the box is going to roll right to Ponce. Pensacola Christian opening their season on the road. Couple in the Dallas Metro. Is Keene part of the Dallas Metro? I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, they're going to Dallas Christian on Saturday before they head back to Pensacola. Header by Miklas. Mugeni. And now Trujillo. Navila. Nice header there by Romero. Already off the bench for Joseph Lewos' team, and he's made a couple nice plays. Counterattack on here, and this is Paulilo. Oh, beautiful ball, but getting there first was Hudson. Fantastic play by Hudson. Mugeni. Keeping hope alive for the Eagles. Paulilo. Again, Pensacola Christian playing the possession, playing patient. And that's going to be out, so a throw now going by Morton. No. Tristan Olvera, I mentioned second season for him, helped guided the Knights women's side to their first ever national tournament appearance. And recruiting nicely for the Knights men's side, bringing a lot of these freshmen that we're watching here today. So about 12 minutes left to go here in this opening half. And we've got a little more serious buffering this time, so I might have to put a pause on it if it doesn't reconnect here in a few seconds. That is what I'm going to do. Hopefully not a big deal. I'm still showing, I'm monitoring it, and it looks like it says it's still connected. So give me just a second, folks, and we'll get back to live action here. Okay. This is likely going to be a season-long thing with the internet. Those of you just joining us, we've got a new internet setup. They're using Starlink, which is that satellite thing that Elon Musk started. If you own an RV, you're probably very familiar with it. 35th minute, quick throw. And we're going to get a foul. Is it in the box? Oh, no. I think we might have a penalty here. If that happened inside the box, please don't freeze up on us during a scoring opportunity. Somebody call Elon. We need the good internet, please. I do believe that's the call, though, ladies and gentlemen. And if it is, it's going to be a penalty kick. Yeah, it says no data. That means the internet is completely down at the field, folks. It is completely down. Okay, I've got to do something here. I don't know what, but we're going to try to get this back for you. Please give me 1 second here. Okay, we're back. It was not inside the box. It was just outside the box. So it's going to be a free kick. And the little chip is headed, and that's going into the back of the net. SWAU strikes first in the 36th minute. I believe it was Hernandez. And then I want to say it was Avila who took it. We're going to run it back here so that we could take another look at it. But Southwestern Adventist getting their first goal of the season. And Elon made sure we didn't miss it. We did miss. We missed the replay anyways.
I just zoomed in and out. Yeah. The only one on duty. Well, they're working. I mean, I don't know why we set that up. We just set that up for. Well, they play music at halftime, but that's pretty much it.
So, this is a bit shocking, ladies and gentlemen. It's Southwestern Adventist 1 and Pensacola Christian 0. And if you had asked me what was going to happen today before the game, I would have told you probably 5-0 Pensacola Christian. But this is a very, very impressive night showing with all of these young freshmen. And we've got another opportunity. Alvera is into the game. Some fresh legs, Edgar Alvera. Another freshman for Tristan Olvera, who is really impressed me. He impressed me last year, but the job he did in the offseason has been even more impressive. Just so you know, folks, at halftime, I'm going to let the folks at the field know what's going on with the internet. I don't know if there's much we could do about it, but I am going to at least let them know, just so they're aware, and maybe we can try to adjust something here and there or something like that. I don't know, but I will make them aware, just so you know. Ponce makes another nice play because it has gotten progressively worse as the evening has gone on. We started out okay, but the last couple of minutes, it's been hard to keep it going. The other thing you have to keep in mind, folks, is when you're talking about electronics, including internet, when it's outside and it's 104 degrees, not ideal. I can tell you, very concerned about what our daytime broadcasts are going to look like. No whistle there. Pensacola Christian trying to wake up the attack after Southwestern Adventist scores off of a free kick. And Ponce will make Gonsalves come all the way into the box. Here's another opportunity. Alvera with 6 minutes to go until halftime. Held off there by Miklas. Luke Miklas, sophomore, at 5'11", earning his team a throw. And that was a relatively lazy throw. Southwestern Adventist right there. The official has to get out of the way. He does. Knights, some nice pressure there by Barchis and Mugeni for the Eagles. So Eagles winning the throw. Quick little tap, Palilo. And a player down right now for Pensacola Christian. That's Bundy, I believe, over on the far side, Jacob Bundy. So an injury timeout. I'm going to step aside, folks, so we'll come back here in just a moment. Okay, folks, we will certainly try to check on that injury. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back here with you. Nearing the end of the first half. 1-0, Southwestern Adventist getting a goal off of a free kick. I believe it was Anthony Terronez who scored. I need to run that back at halftime and double check with the folks on the field. Sub for Tristan Olvera. Carlos Oval is in, another freshman. So Oval is up front. Olvera, another sub. Fuentes remaining out there. Long ball. Speed test here between Jones, who wins it. Pensacola Christian now opportunity. Hawkins, and immediately had 3 guys on him. You can hear the fans applauding the effort for the Knights defense. Eagles, don't get me wrong, they've had some chances here today. But this defense for the Knights, it's been well played. Freshmen showing no fear in their first games. Throw in Romero. Clark, and it just went off his back heel. So Nicholas Clark, another freshman, this time for the Eagles, is in. Mention we'll try to keep up to date on the subs. So we've seen a little more shuffling as the evening has gone on. Still thought we'd see a little bit more considering the heat, but both teams playing pretty well. I got to think that Eagles injury, and just speculating, It looked like cramping, though, to me. Another sub is Samuel Berrigan. Gonzalez over on the far side, and Hernandez. It's David Hernandez, who had 2 goals last year for Southwestern Adventist. He is the only returner, I believe, that we've seen. Juan Pablo Rodriguez has not made an appearance. David Corrales, we haven't seen. Nice header, Olvera. Trying to run it down as Brown, who's in for Tristan Olvera. Liam Brown making his first appearance, getting a run as we go inside 3 minutes to play here in this opening half. And Lee, you can see him walking kind of gingerly. Matthias Lee. When the weather was hot, I think it was when Buddy Ryan, the old NFL coach, and this is even before my time, but I heard this story from a number of people. I think when he was coaching the Arizona Cardinals, you know, it gets hot in Arizona if you're not familiar. But anyways, Buddy Ryan used to have his guys drink pickle juice. I'd stick with Gatorade if it were me, but yeah, pickle juice gets those electrolytes, gets that salt in there too. Nice sliding play by Garcia. Couldn't quite get enough on it to keep the possession. Now counterattack is on for Pensacola Christian as Mugeni played it to the far side. And now they pull it back. Mugeni doing all he can. But just swarming the Knights defense here tonight. This has been really impressive for Southwestern Adventist. Not that time, though. It was Jones with the takeaway. And I think the flag was up. And that's why Gonzalez sort of pulled up a little bit there. Clark plays it forward, headed back. Clark will try it again. This time he goes short. Off the back heel, Romero back to Clark. Clark. And a little miscommunication. Good physicality. Barchis gets there. Eagles inside 2 to play here in this opening half. Trying to level it. It's 1-0. Mugeni headed back. Oval for the Knights. I've gotten a word from the stadium, by the way. There's nothing we can do, according to the guys at the stadium, about the internet today. But Knights fans, we're gonna try to make this a better experience for you going forward. We kind of knew today would be a little bit of a test run. I mentioned to both coaches that today might be a little bit of a test run, so hopefully most of you who came in to watch came in with low expectations. But we saw the goal. That's something. 45 minutes in the books, and the Knights lead Pensacola Christian 1-0. We'll take the halftime break here at the home studio and down in Texas. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with all the second half action. Don't go too far. All right, folks, welcome back. We're underway here in this second half. The internet has further degraded. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you from the home studio and chatted with the guys at halftime. Knights fans, this is a one-time deal with this particular internet connection. We're not gonna go on like this the rest of the year. It's gone completely dark now. Hey, applause for my scoreboard though. How about that? I whipped that up at halftime. Give us something here today, right, ladies and gentlemen? Anyways, okay, so they were adjusting the camera a little bit there to give us a better picture. Folks, I can't emphasize enough how, despite what this looks like here today, how hard the guys at Southwestern Adventist have worked just to make this happen. I'm honestly surprised we even got it on, to be honest with you. It's been that kind of a scramble for us to get this going. But I don't know how this second half is going to go. It started fine. Those of you who are just joining us, we had a really clear stream with maybe a couple of glitches, and then towards the end of the first half, it just got worse and worse and worse, and that's kind of where we're at right now. But anyways, thanks to Tyler Woldridge, who I watched the goal 7 different times at halftime, and I couldn't get the jersey number. But it was Fernando Navarro who got the goal in the 37th minute. So the Knights, that score on your screen is right. They lead it 1-0. Meanwhile, Anthony Terronez took the free kick, so he got the assist. That's his first. So 2 newcomers for Tristan Olvera. And the Knights, if you're just joining us, have played fabulous against really one of the top teams, or historically one of the top teams in the country out of the South region, Pensacola Christian. Both teams playing in their 2023 season opener. It's the start of a couple of different road trips for Pensacola Christian. They will play at Dallas Christian on Saturday to finish up here in Texas, and then they go home for a home opener against Manhattan Christian. That'll be the week after Saturday. Then they go back on the road. They're going to go to South Carolina and Georgia. They're going to play in Columbia, South Carolina, then head over to Toccoa Falls and play one of their region rivals. Beautiful, beautiful Toccoa Falls. Go check out that waterfall if you're ever in northeast Georgia. So we've got a free kick coming. Whether we see it or not is to be determined, but Pensacola Christian, this is the a 4th foul, I believe, on the Knights here tonight. 3 in the first half. Ball into the box. Oh, beautiful header, but just wide to the left. And let's get into the email here. Gonsalves. Thanks, Braden. First game of the year for the broadcaster, too. Knights now. Pensacola Christian plays it forward, too far forward here now in the 49th minute. The keeper for Southwestern Adventist, Genardo Paz Ponce. Played at Molina High School up in Dallas. And last year finished with a 0.33 goals against average. He had 3 clean sheets on the year, and he allowed 2 goals in 17 games. He was the 5A Keeper of the Year. And a great find by Tristan Olvera. Well, you read the newspaper, you can find a guy like that, but a great get by Tristan Olvera, who did a nice job recruiting to pull him in. That's going to be headed out, and Knights give it a run, but Terronez couldn't get there in time. Eagles more of the possession here today. We have seen them try to start their attacks from their back 4 most of the evening. This time Miklas plays it ahead. That was headed by Navarro out of play, so it'll be a throw here for Romero. Can you guys hear that bug? They've got bugs so loud in Texas that they can come across on the live stream. I'm pretty sure that was a bug. I don't think, I've been broadcasting 21 years. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Throw into the box. That's going to be headed back, and it's off camera, and it goes out of play. Here's Lee for the Eagles. Oh, man, off the crossbar. Now the header by Mugeni's going to be too high. Wow. What an effort there. Do we have time to run that back? I'd like to take another look at that if we got it. Goal kick to come here.
Around where number 9 is.
Well, let's see what we got on the old instant replay here. Oh. My goodness gracious. We almost had an equalizer, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on to your hats. This Eagles team's not going to go quietly. So the Knights hanging on to this 1-0 lead. Pensacola Christian really starting to get aggressive with their attack. Throw in now. And all Knights there. Off the header, Navarro clears it away. And they're going to let them play. They've let that go both ways here tonight. Trujillo with the ripped jersey plays it forward. Knights counterattack quickly fizzles. Eagles trying to play it forward, but Southwestern Adventist on the ball. Look out. Right out of the box, that's going to be chipped by Mugeni, and that's going to go in, and that is a rookie mistake. So Ponce came out of the box, and Mugeni here in the 52nd minute. Oh, they're frying up the pierogies in Parma, Ohio. Niwe Mugeni with the equalizer, and it's 1-1. So Pensacola Christian, we've seen them come out aggressive here in this second half. And we got ourselves a new game. And that's something you're looking at film the next day. Ponce will meet with Tristan Olvera and learn from that. He's played great here tonight. That was an oopsie-daisy, though. And credit Mugeni, who those are not automatic, ladies and gentlemen. Mugeni did a real nice job to get that equalizer. Got a foul called, going quickly Navarro. And some pressure here. Look out. Out of the box again. Gonsalves. This time being aggressive. And fortunately that time, it's just going to be a corner kick because that was almost the second goal here in the second half in the 54th minute. So just a couple minutes after Mugeni equalizes for the Eagles, after the Knights scored in the 37th minute back in the first half. Fernando Navarro, booming kick, and that was Barkis, I believe, who hit that one well over the crossbar. That's going off Pensacola Christian. It'll be a throw here for the Knights on the near side. Tarones gives way to Navarro. Morton all alone in the box. And he's going to be whistled there. So Lee with the nice defensive play there for Pensacola Christian. 8-11 last year, the Eagles. I heard it again. Did you guys, am I the only one hearing the bug? I'm talking to myself, I know. Ponce out off the long kick. I don't know if anybody else is hearing that or if I'm just losing my mind. It could be the latter. Could very well. Tarones, no whistle there. Chasing it down in that corner, Trujillo. And that pass a little bit off the mark. Gave the Eagles an opportunity to get back on the ball. Pensacola Christian equalizing. And got a whistle, and I think it's something happened away from the ball. Maybe they were trying to play the advantage. They don't really do that. Well, they're giving the free kick to the Eagles, so it was definitely a foul on the Knights. And Miklas will take the free kick on the near side of center circle here. We were 104 degrees at the start of this one. We're down to 100. Ladies, get your shawls. It's 100 at 8:20 in the evening. It's been that way, I'm sure, down on the Gulf Coast. By the way, I used to live in Pensacola. I lived there for 2 years. And the first year we were there in 2019, it got into the triple digits quite a bit. We went to the beach in the evening then. We didn't bother with the daytime beach. Ball headed into the box. It's cleared away, but still danger. Pensacola Christian have, I'm guessing they got a talking to at halftime. Coach Lewos has his boys playing here in this second half. But a throw now quickly taken by Trujillo. Lee is there again to clear it. Tarones with the throw in. He'll chip it into the box, but nobody really there. Over on that far side, and they're going to call a keeper, Hammond, with a foul. So Hammond collides with a Knights player. Again, I think it was outside the box here, but this is exactly what happened in the first half when the Knights scored their first goal. It was in the box. This is a penalty. This is going to be a penalty. So Morton will take it. Miles Morton, the 6'3". No, he's going to give away to Eric Trujillo. So another freshman chance to make his mark, and he does. Eric Trujillo gives the Knights a 2-1 lead. What a showing. Southwestern Adventist, a team that went 2-10-1 a season ago. And that's a couple of times around the box the Eagles have made a couple of mistakes, and credit the Knights. They've made them pay in both instances. First on the set piece, and then here in the second half on a penalty. There was no card. I didn't see a card on Hammond, so no card. Eagles got to play from behind again now. And if you're the Knights, you know, you're roughly 30-ish minutes away from maybe getting an upset victory. How about these freshmen? Cool and collected. 32 minutes to be exact, so we're in the 58th minute. So 37th minute, a goal, and then 57th minute, a penalty kick. Both successful for the Knights. And we talked about it in the first half, the way this game was going defensively. Oh, that's the answer right there, a header. Pensacola Christian, just like that, we're tied. Folks, given the quality of the stream, I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell you. Braden, are you out there? Tell me who scored that goal if you can, buddy. Oh, man. We are even at 2 just like that, and this went from a defensive battle. This is exactly what I was just getting ready to say. The Eagles didn't give me a chance to finish my thought. We've had all kinds of offense now here in this second half. Here is Mujeni, who scored the first goal. 59th minute. Nice slide there. Oh, boy. I want to say it was Gonsalves who scored the goal. I'm not 100% on that. I was hoping to run it back, but these two teams playing much faster than I thought they would at 100 degrees at 8:25 in the evening. Going to get a foul called there. Trujillo, who's already he had his jersey ripped in the opening minute. So another free kick to come here for the Knights. What a battle this has been. Oh, really fun first game of the year. I believe that's Navarro taking the kick from the near side of center circle. And that's going to be played nicely there by Hammond. I'm going to try to run this goal back. Keeping an eye on the action for you. That was beautiful. Whoever it was brilliant. Pensacola Christian going to get back on the attack. Braden, who has been nice enough to communicate with me all week long, Pensacola Christian's SID, is given the goal to Chase Hawkins. Hawkins, who had 4 goals and 4 assists in his first 2 seasons with Pensacola Christian. So that's who I'm going to give it to. Thanks, Braden. I thought it was either Hawkins or maybe Gonsalves or... So I guessed wrong. All right, can the Knights answer now? Over on the near side, a little chippy by Garcia. And the Eagles sending it behind, and we have a player down for Pensacola Christian. So we are going to take a quick timeout, injury timeout, as they check on the Eagles player who is down. We'll try to peek and see if we can't get you a jersey number when I come back. Folks, the internet is down again at the stadium, so I'm in a little bit of a holding pattern here. We will have a corner kick. Injured player for the Eagles was just getting up, so it looks like that corner kick, as we're now back to, well, we were back to live action, is going to go for naught, and a opportunity here on the counter, and it's a 2-on-1, and oh, that ball was off just a little bit, and that gave the Knights the opportunity to recover. So the ball went behind. And Knights really got away with that because they had nobody back. We have seen the field open up a little bit here in the second half. Here's Bundy on the near side. Oh, boy. Somebody call Elon Musk and tell him that his Starlink is not doing it. I've given him enough free promotion. He's not a sponsor. Romero is going to throw it in. Inside 28 to play here in this second half. So a throw in enemy territory for the Eagles. Romero. Now maybe an opportunity for the Knights. Difference this time, though, Eagles had plenty of guys back. Nice little back heel there. Romero sends it into the box. That was headed out. Wait for it. Here is Lee. Going to be a Knights throw here. Tarones. And I believe we're going to have another throw when we get to see the action again. Those of you who are just joining us, we've got a new internet setup, and it's gone fabulous. We've got some work to do. We kind of knew we were going to have some work to do. At least you don't have to pay for this one like some of those schools do, am I right? But Knights fans, don't fear. We're going to go back to the drawing board and figure this thing out for you. Jones gets it far side. And that's going to be a nice little sliding challenge to get it out of play in the 65th minute. I'd say the first 35 minutes of this game was just a slugfest. Teams really playing strong, tough defense. Knights got a free kick opportunity just outside the box, 37th minute. Anthony Tarones chipped it into Fernando Navarro. So the Knights led at the half, 1-0. And then chaos has erupted here in the second half. There was an equalizer for Pensacola Christian, Iwe Mugeni, in the 51st or 52nd minute. And then a penalty kick, Eric Trujillo, another freshman for the Knights, in the 57th minute. And then moments later, Chase Hawkins with a brilliant header for his 5th collegiate goal and his first of the season, the junior. I honestly don't know if we're going to make it through this one, folks. It's let me check and see what it's. Yeah, it's just going in and out. That's all there is to it. We'll see what we see. I'll tell you what this isn't. This is not a ringing endorsement for Starlink. If you were thinking about, they got that, it's not just Starlink. They got the T-Mobile home internet. They got Verizon, the home internet. That all basically works the same way. It's all going off cell towers. So if you're thinking of cutting the cord, getting rid of Spectrum or AT&T or whoever the provider might be in your area. Cox was in Pensacola, I remember. Think again, because this is really basically what this internet is. And I won't bore you too much with this, but it's intended for rural areas. It's intended for internet where there is no internet, to give those folks an opportunity to be connected. It's just not something that's intended for this purpose. It's we thought maybe big open Texas skies, why not give it a shot? But Barkis is going to take the free kick. Now Romero is back up. We saw him go down, then we flash forward in time to Barkis, who sends it into the box. Nice play on it there by Ponce. Couple goals allowed. He made a mistake on the equalizer to Niwe Mugeni. He came too far out of the box, and Mugeni saw the wide open net and just kind of flicked it in. But other than that, we've seen great keeping out of the freshman. When you consider this is his first collegiate game, and Bryce Hammond, getting the vote of confidence from Joseph Lewos, has played aggressive himself. A guy who's a junior, waited for his opportunity. He's played well tonight as well. One of the many reasons why we are level at 2-2 as we approach minute 70 here in steamy Keene, Texas. Taronas, he put a little too much on it. Knight's able to recover, then that's headed away. Trying to chase it down on the far side, sliding challenge, but the Knights stay on the ball. Into the box, header into the back of the net, it's Garcia. Ray Garcia makes it 3-2 Knights, and they're elated in Keene. I've been waiting to talk about Ray Garcia, and we're going to run that play back here first. I don't know who got the cross. I apologize. Couldn't see it, but look at this nifty play. Oh, my goodness. This Knights team is going to be fun to watch this year. We're going to a water break, so I'm going to keep you here for just a moment and tell you about Ray Garcia, who played at Mexia, I believe. Forgive me, folks in Mexia, if I got that wrong. 14 goals in 40 varsity games. He also had 64 assists. So a guy who, just the depth of this youth movement that Tristan Olvera has brought in here at SWAU. So we're in a water break with about 20 minutes left to go in a absolute wild game in Keene, Texas. I'm going to take a water break myself. You folks at home do the same. We'll take a timeout here. We'll come back in a couple minutes. All right, folks, we are, that was a quick water break. But their Knights were right back out there. They took that lead. They wanted to get right back out there. So Pensacola Christian with some work to do now. They've been able to answer every time, so we'll see if they have an answer in them here. So we have seen 3 different scores, all of freshmen. Well, Navarro is listed on the roster as a junior, so maybe he is a junior. And we lost the data at the stadium again, so how about this? I know it's probably been frustrating for you as a viewer tonight, but we have not missed a goal. Hopefully I didn't curse us now. But that has been one thing that has gone our way. We have seen every goal. Thank God for that. Let's see if we got under 100 in Keene yet. Nope. Still at 100. It's 8:41 in the evening. As you can see, the sun has gone away. Let's see if we got the... looks like we should be getting back to live action here in a moment, folks. Well, I'm sorry, folks. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to try to do a refresh on my end and see if that will help things. So just give me 1 second here to give that the old college try. Nope. We're kind of still in that same spot that we're in. I think actually, buffering aside, I think the officials were taking a longer water break than the players. I don't blame them. That was real quick, that water break. All right, so back to action now. As Pensacola Christian now tries to answer. 70th minute, and it's 3-2 Knights. So Ray Garcia getting his first collegiate goal. He was a points machine in high school. Little misplay there, Bundy. And once again, we go forward in time to this Knights throw on the far side. And it's going to be played by the Eagles.
So he can come help back up.
Okay, here come the Eagles. It's Romero on the near side of the box. Romero sends it in. Eagles trying to stay on the ball, and who's that off? Looks like they're going to say it's off PCC, so SWAU will throw it in over on that far side. We got another whistle. So right at center circle, Knights. I didn't think it was a foul, so it'll be a throw-in for Southwestern Adventist. They have a couple weeks off, roughly, a little less than 2 weeks. They won't play again until the Friday after Labor Day, Southwestern Adventist. Meanwhile, Pensacola Christian back in action on Saturday. They'll take on Dallas Christian up the road. And they'll head back home for their home opener on, is that Labor Day weekend already? I believe it is. Paulillo and Romero, who's been down a couple times. He's gritted this one out here today. 17:40 left to play here in this one. 73rd minute. And that throw, this little hold off there, I believe that was Hernandez. David Hernandez. We saw last year Tristan Olvera really just trying to find anything that would work, any semblance. So Hernandez had 2 goals last year, and there were times where he was defense, there was times where he was a mid, there was times. It was something going back to a year ago when I had the initial conversation with Tristan Olvera. He said, I'm going to throw a lot at these guys and see what we have, but Hernandez now more at his natural position, and he has played well on that back line. I guess at the left back spot, I want to say. Hernandez here tonight for Southwestern Adventist. Eagles trying to get cooking again. That ball's going to be cleared out, though. So Hawkins gave it a go. Now a turnover. Opportunity. They're looking for Romero again. Chips it forward, but it's too far forward as they were looking for, I believe, Nicholas Clark over there. If this score can hold for Southwestern Adventist, this is a statement victory. This is a Knights program that has never been to the national tournament, taking on a two-time recent national champ, 2017 and 2019, and a team that, this is just my opinion, plays in probably the best region in our division, that South region, with Trinity and Bob Jones and others. Can't think off the top of my head. This is, if this can hold, a really big victory, not just this season, but you're talking about Knights history. I had prepared for a blowout. Knights off the deflection, staying on the ball. That's going to play forward, and Hammond will come out for Pensacola Christian. Nobody else around. And the Eagles, of course, they have plenty of time still to turn this around, get an equalizer, and maybe even if not 2 goals, the way this crazy second half has gone. Anything certainly possible. But if this score holds and you're an Eagle, this is tough. You go on this long, long road trip, and the first game doesn't go well. The pressure's on then up in Dallas because you want to get at least one, or that drive back is just going to be. I've been on that bus, ladies and gentlemen. It is not fun to be on that bus. But like I said, still plenty of time. We're in the 76th minute as we have another glitch here. So long, long way to go. And we've seen rapid offense here in the second half after a mostly defensive battle in the first half. The attack for the Eagles picked up right out of the gate in the second half. The throw-in is going to be cleared out. Are they going to give a corner to that? One of the officials is pointing to the corner spot. Well, we've gone forward in time, so evidently it was a corner. That's the only way it would have led to a counterattack. I'm at the point in the evening where my play-by-play is just a guessing game. So here we are. I'm going to save this video. I always record them just in case. This one's going to be one I watch on day one of my retirement. Remember that game? Here is Bundy. Nicholas sends it ahead. Mugeni now has moved over to the near side. Some nifty footwork. Mugeni stays on the ball and equalizes his second of the night. What did I tell you? The crazy second half continues. So Mugeni, who scored in the 52nd to equalize, has leveled us again at 3. I'm telling you, for all the problems we've had tonight, this has been fun to watch. Absolutely brilliant effort both ways here tonight. And now your Pensacola Christian got a little pep in your step here as we see the quick turnover over on the far side and then the foul on the challenge for the Knights. Now they let a lot of those go in the first half. So the Knights a little bit upset with that call. But traditionally, that's about right. Good crowd on hand, by the way, for the home opener. Forgot to ask if school has started on campus, so this might be a nice little breather from that first week. You know, you're moving in, you're getting settled in. Well, we got some more wicked buffering, and the internet is down. It's showing on my screen at the stadium, so we will, I'm just going to take a break, folks, and once it's up, and well, here we go. Jenny, it looks like, looking for a hat trick, and the Knights able to hold him off. Oh, beautiful back heel there by Morton. Tarones get it back to him. Morton trying to get onside. That was the problem. He was not onside. Tarones tries to sell it. The official is going to stop play. And that could be a cramp. Again, 100-degree weather. I thought for a second there that Tarones was trying to sell the foul call, but evidently he might have cramped up just on that sprint alone. It's certainly understandable if that was the case. So we've got an injury, we've got buffering, we've got the craziest first game you can ever imagine of 2023, and it's all converging at once. We're going to take another break here at the studio. We'll come back in just a moment. Okay, folks, I think we're about to jump forward here. As you see, it was definitely a cramp there. And we've seen a few of those. Understandably so here tonight. Folks, I need to stop this, and we need to try to refresh. So I will be right back. Okay, so I believe we are back to live action now. So Pensacola Christian punching back, 81st minute now. Next goal, I mean, who knows at this point, but the next goal might win it. It's just been an awesome night. Bad pass there, chipped over by Polillo, and the Eagles are taking the lead. Giovanni Polillo, the Brazilian, in the 81st minute. And there have been some defensive miscues tonight that have really, really cost the Knights. And that might be the biggest. 4-3 Eagles, just like that.
Good job, guys.
Is that, I want to say it's the third chip. So we've got another internet droppage at the stadium. Once again, I'm going to go away because I can monitor it, so I'll know when it comes back and we'll get it back up for you. But as of now, it's a Giovanni Polillo goal in the 81st minute that has the Eagles up 4-3. We'll try to finish this one up for you here in a moment. Okay. Knight's trying to answer it now as we get late in this one. Boy. It's saying the connection there is stable, but that usually only lasts a few seconds. There's still 108 of you who are sticking with us. I want to say I appreciate all of you who have been with us throughout this night. Another foul is going to be called here, so maybe an opportunity to put some separation if you're Pensacola Christian. Romero and Barkis are both on the ball. It's the 82nd minute. I think it's going to come right back here, folks. Stay with us. Okay, now we have a throw-in. That's another chip shot. That was a nice effort there. Good play by Ponce, who read it nicely. Had that ball carried just a little bit more, might have been trouble. That's got to be a foul. Absolutely. That's an easy call. I don't know what Mugeni is trying to sell here. Yeah, smart play there by Romero. You got to let that one go. You got the lead. It's late. All you got to do is do your job. Leadership there by Eric Romero. The freshman, of course. It's been the freshman show here tonight. Navarro sends it into the box. Still an opportunity there for the Knights over on the far side, but the ball gets away for a goal kick. And if you're Bryce Hammond, taking your sweet time with this. Make sure everybody's where they need to be. Every second counts down the stretch. 83rd minute. And that was, I believe, the last time we saw the clock, so it could be a little bit later than that. So Hammond sends it away. Trujillo had the initial header, and then it's cleared out by the Eagles. Hernandez looking to throw quickly. So Jared Hernandez has come in. We didn't see him in the first half wearing number 10, and Knights pass it out of play. So now the Eagles can make a sub. On that far side, and the internet at the stadium is down again, folks. So I'll come back with commentary. Well, it looks like it might come back pretty quickly here. Let's see. Okay. Paulillo now. Beautiful ball over to Gonsalves. 85th minute now. We're about 5 away. 5.5, I should say, away. And the Knights, they've slowed a little bit. It's, Tristan Olvera has made some subs. We've seen now Jared Hernandez come in. So there are a few fresh legs out there, but you can tell fatigue starting to set in. That's going to be another easy whistle. They've let some physicality go here tonight, but some of these in the second half have been fairly obvious and fairly easy calls to make for the officials, who have done a pretty nice job here today. I like it when they let them play a little bit, but you don't want to let anybody get carried away. So 86th minute now, approaching 4 minutes left to go here in this one. Pensacola Christian has scored the last two, and they might be able to escape this one. Knights got to perk back up a little bit here. Easier said than done. But even if this goes in defeat, really well played and some things to clean up, especially in the box defensively. Morton was getting on the ball. The internet is back down at the stadium, so it says on my screen. And this one appears to be a little worse for wear, so I'm going to step aside once again. We'll be back, hopefully, to wrap this one up. I think we're going to have a card come out here, folks. I couldn't tell you what happened, but maybe no card. A little restraint there. Romero was talking to the official about something. A foul called on Pensacola Christian. You see the fans are very close to the field there. And it's going to be a free kick for the Knights. Maybe last chance on the near side of center circle here.
This is crazy.
I want to say he's off camera, but I believe that was Hudson who's going to take this. Internet's back out. So Hudson, boy, that's a nice ball. He just put just a little too much on that one, and it goes for a goal kick. Forward in time we go to Bryce Hammond, and he stops. And he stops and steps back to start it over. This could be a whole nother goal kick. We have no idea. Oh, man. Eagles up 4-3 now. Gonsalves over on the far side. Going to play that one back. Knights have to pressure. Right now, the Eagles content to play keep away right now with the clock winding down. Yeah, we're inside 2 minutes to play, minute 51 to be exact, and now that was a big-time clear by the Knights, so Pensacola Christian is strolling up to take this throw in. Trying to play keep away, up 4-3. This would be a gritty win for the Eagles. They haven't played their best here today either. But they fought, and they took advantage of the Knights' mistakes. Both teams have done a nice job taking advantage of their opportunities. It was the Knights via the set piece. A penalty kick in the second half. A free kick just outside the box in the first half. And then the Eagles have scored, I think, 3 of their 4 goals off of defensive miscues by the Knights. So when those little windows open at this level, you've got to take advantage of them, and that's exactly what both teams have done. It's just that, at least the way things are going, with about 1:20 left, it looks like maybe the Knights just made that one more mistake that ended up costing them. But a good first game for both teams to kind of get their feet under. I mentioned at the start of this one, the Eagles, while they have several players returning, this is certainly not a rebuild by any stretch for Joseph Lewos. A lot of these guys didn't see as much of the field action last year. So you want to get those guys comfortable in their new leadership positions. Romero, the freshman, has had certainly his opportunities to be a leader and has stepped up for the Eagles here today. And then for the Knights, it's basically been all the freshmen for Tristan Olvera. The only returner that we have seen today has been David Hernandez. And they did not come out scared. In fact, they threw the first couple of punches here tonight. So it's going to be fun to watch the Knights all season long, but they lose a heartbreaker here today as Pensacola Christian goes to 1-0. Good start to their Texas road trip, winning today 4-3 over Southwestern Adventist, who falls to 0-1. So the Eagles head up to Dallas, and they will play Dallas Christian on Saturday. Meanwhile, a little break for the Knights as we'll be back with you September 2nd with volleyball against Champion. And then our next men's soccer game won't be until September 10th when they host a doubleheader against Texas College. Once again, your final score here tonight, it's Pensacola Christian 4, Southwestern Adventist 3. My name's Chris Sheeman. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for putting up with everything here tonight, folks. We'll be back bigger and better next soccer game. You can count on that, Knights fans. And until then, stay cool, stay safe, take care of yourself, take care of the elderly. Those of you, especially in Texas, hang in there. Let's hope we get a cool down soon, and we'll talk to you again after Labor Day.